Approximately 20 kilometers away from the center of Almaty, Kazakhstan's largest megapolis boasts to have a special industrial zone. The area of 490 hectares includes enterprises and factories of various directions. The industrial zone brought together large industries outside the city, attracting investments and accelerating development. Hello, this is the Made in Kazakhstan project. My name is Anton Fedorov, and I'm going to test the value of Kazakhstan's goods-producing industries created over 30 years of independence. Watch in this episode how scientific knowledge and modern technologies are used in cultivating vegetables all year round. We're set to visit Kazakhstan's largest greenhouse. Let's try environmentally friendly sausage made from natural meat. We'll learn some manufacturing secrets. Without copper and aluminum, we would have returned to the Stone Age. Unique production of cable and wire products from two irreplaceable metals. The Industrial Zone of Almaty was established in 2015 as part of the State Industrial and Innovative Development Program. Here, manufacturers can enjoy infrastructural conditions, tax and customs benefits, as well as state grant for a land plot. The industrialization of Kazakhstan began back in the 1920s. Then the young Soviet government decided to use the country's raw resources to build a strong economy. This decision was supposed to accelerate the economic development of the Soviet state. And that was exactly what happened, though the wealth of Kazakhstan was exported for processing. In fact, Kazakhstan was a supplier for the USSR. However, the country lacked its own production. To boost production, independent Kazakhstan launched Industrial and Innovative Development Program. Let's take a look at its results. The Industrial Zone of Almaty provides land plots for investors. We attract investors with a complete ready-made infrastructure, from electricity to storm sewers. Also, there is a railway station in the industrial zone. We provide land plots at cadastral value with right of purchase for 49 years. The experience of creating industrial zones is widely used in the world. Countries with developed industrial and manufacturing segments as Great Britain, Netherlands, South Korea, or Japan have been implementing this practice for a long time. Kazakhstan also used vast expertise of foreign countries in launching industrial zones. Local factories produce goods under the brand Made in Kazakhstan. As I have already mentioned, enterprises operating in the industrial zone of Almaty have various directions. I came to look at one of them. It covers the area of 12 hectares. To compare, the Almaty airport has the area of 23 hectares, though this is far from a transport and production facility. This is the largest greenhouse complex in Kazakhstan. Tomatoes are loved all over the world. Latin America is the homeland of the cultivated tomato. Presumably, Columbus brought the tomato to Europe in 1493. It was from then that it spread throughout the continent. Let's find out how scientific knowledge and modern technologies facilitate the cultivation of tomatoes in Kazakhstan today. To get inside the greenhouse, one needs to go through a certain procedure. First of all, put on such special protective shoe covers and a protective gown. This ensures that no viruses or bacteria get inside the greenhouse. However, sanitary standards and requirements are not limited to this. To move on, one needs to wash hands. We put our hands in a special solution inside a container, at the bottom of which there is a button. If you press it, the door or the access system will open and let you in. Thus, we are allowed to get inside the facility. Now we can wash our hands in water. The greenhouse is open for visiting, and we're ready. We had built this greenhouse in 2016 and put it into operation in September. This year we have been working for the 5th season already. Strict safety requirements are quite adequate. The greenhouse resembles an ultra-modern laboratory. I would like to tell you what a unique process is taking place here. Firstly, the tomatoes are grown not on ordinary soil, but on special mineral wool, which gives them a unique taste, makes them environmentally friendly, and accelerates their ripening. You see, this is how this system works. This variety is called Torero. These are red beef tomatoes. Then we pollinated with bumblebees brought from Russia, Israel, Netherlands, and Belgium. The height of the greenhouse is approximately 7 meters. Special lamps installed under the ceiling give the plants the necessary lighting and ultraviolet radiation if the sky is cloudy. Moreover, the plants get CO2 through special pipes below, along with a drip irrigation system to speed up the process of photosynthesis. Thus, the products will be absolutely environmentally friendly. Well, and the weight of some tomatoes can even reach 1 kilogram. It's October now. This crop was planted approximately 3 weeks ago, and in 2 weeks, it will be possible to harvest a ripe crop of tomatoes. Well, isn't this an industrial miracle? Kazakhstan is an agrarian country. However, there are very few such glass greenhouses with the advanced equipment. Here one can work and earn good money, right? Because now all people want to buy fresh vegetables. This greenhouse complex supplies 7,000 tons of vegetables per year. It covers 1/5 of the demand for cucumbers and tomatoes in Almaty. Thus, one of the 3 megapolises of Kazakhstan strengthens its food security and helps prevent price increases for seasonal vegetables. But don't you think that something is missing at this table? Boiled, smoked, uncooked smoked, sausages, meat chips. It takes a very long time to list the types of meat products that are produced under the brand Made in Kazakhstan in the Industrial Zone of Almaty. There are probably no families in Kazakhstan that would not eat this product. First, let's take a close look at history. Historical figure, the first chancellor of the German Empire, Otto von Bismarck, said, "Laws are like sausages. If you want to enjoy them, don't watch how they are made." While there is some truth in the words of the authoritative statesman of the 19th century, however, in our case, it is not only possible, but also necessary to see the production of sausage and meat products. Sausage was first made back in the 5th century BC. Later, the description of the sausage appeared in ancient Babylonian, Chinese, Greek, and Turkic sources. There is a theory that the word kolbasa, sausage in Russian, comes from the Turkic word kol, hand, and basu, to push. Because in ancient times, the sausage was made by hand, stuffing mutton intestines with minced meat. Today, the production of sausages is almost completely automated. Let's look how sausage is produced here. Quality is the main criterion for Kazakhstan's sausage products. The production meets the highest standards to name the sausage made in Kazakhstan. Feedlot from the North Kazakhstan supplies the plant with ecologically clean meat. It is stored in special refrigerating units at temperatures from 0 to 1.5 degrees. The meat does not stay here longer than a day, as it is immediately processed. Nevertheless, quality meat is not enough to produce premium sausage products. At this stage, butchers join the process. This work cannot be trusted to automation. It requires human attention and skill. The production of high-quality Kazakh sausages begins with the delivery of meat to the meat processing plant. It is stored there in the refrigerator, which we have already visited. Then meat goes to the so-called deboning and cutting shop. Meat is butchered, separated from bones, veins, bruises, and all this is done by hand, because very high quality requirements are imposed on sausages of Kazakhstan's production. We live in Kazakhstan. We work with natural raw materials. As you know, we have our own complex with a feeding base in Kokshetau. We use meat only from Kokshetau. The meat must be of high quality. We take each of the first category of the highest quality and sausages made from it. Of course, the sausage is also of the highest quality. We process 2 to 2.5 tons of meat per day. Further, when the meat is cleaned, it is weighed and brought to sausage production unit. First, the meat is minced and mixed with the necessary ingredients: salt, pepper, and spices. All proportions and ingredients are kept in secret. Ice is added to extend the shelf life of products. I have come to the very heart of the meat processing plant. This is a workshop where minced meat becomes a raw material for further products, be it sausages or wieners. By the way, this kind of sausage production line is the only one in Kazakhstan so far. This company was founded in 1998, not the most economically favorable year for Kazakhstan. In 1998, there was the Asian economic crisis caused by overheating of the economies of Southeast Asia. This caused a sharp drop in prices for their products. The consequences affected Kazakhstan as well, but the country was able to take the necessary measures in time and launched new production facilities amid difficult world economic situation. Now our plant features all modern equipment from German, Swedish, Italian manufacturers. We use the most advanced technology for the production of sausages. The plant produces more than 80 types of products. Now when the sausage is already filled, it goes to the final phase. The next stage in the production of sausage and meat products is the heat treatment shop. Special, unique equipment is used to cook or smoke sausage products. The cooking takes place at a temperature of 82 to 85 degrees and smoking at a temperature of 72 degrees. Such ovens are capable of cooking up to 250 kilograms of products. After that, they will be delivered to consumers' tables after they have been packaged. Cold meat products are delivered to the packing line. The company uses the Fresh technology to pack the products. This technology significantly increases the storage time of products, ensures a flawless appearance of the product, and enables the vertical arrangement of goods on the counter. This whole complex technological process greatly simplifies the production of sausage products. Automated production allows to monitor the quality of the goods so that consumers always receive fresh and tasty sausages on their tables. In modern times, electricity is essential for humanity. Any industrial or municipal facility that uses electricity cannot do without its wires. Our today's life cannot be imagined without mobile phones, computers, the internet, and other benefits of civilization. Have you ever wondered how electricity is supplied to our houses? That's right, along the power lines. So what is next? How it is distributed throughout the house. This is where electric cables are important. Continuing my journey in the Industrial Zone of Almaty, I came to an enterprise that has no analogs in Kazakhstan. So far, only 2 plants are operating here. The production cycle will be expanded in the near future. But already now, these 2 plants located in the area of 8,000 square meters produce goods essential for a modern person. We cannot imagine life without electric energy, and our whole life is built on electric traction. To have a light on in your home, you need electricity. For electricity to come, we need cable and wire products. So cable and wire products are the bread of the energy industry. You see electric cables? They are invisible to ordinary eyes, but bring light to people every day. The classification and technical characteristics of these cables are different. They depend on the purpose. The advantage of these products is obvious, and I will tell you why. This is what the previous generation of cable looks like. It is covered in technical oil, has weak insulation, limited operating life cycle, and energy loss of up to 40%. Here you see a new generation cable. It has multi-layer insulation, unlimited life, and zero energy loss. This cable is made in Kazakhstan, and now I will tell you how.
Этот кабель сделан в Казахстане. Сейчас я расскажу как.
Cable production starts here. This is a copper smelter. Kazakhstan's subsoil users provide raw materials, aluminum or copper in the form of sheets or wire, which are then melted down. The process starts with a supply of raw materials. We use only high-quality raw materials of A class. This is high-purity copper with a copper content of 99.99%. Accordingly, the aluminum is the same. Production meets the modern standards. The latest technological developments are used here. This is a unique invention of mankind, an induction furnace. It works neither on gas nor on coal, but on electricity, which makes the production environmentally safe. Just imagine what process takes place inside this oven. There, at the temperature of 1200 degrees, copper is melted to become copper rod, a raw material for the production of cables. Now we will look inside this furnace. By the way, this is the only induction furnace in Kazakhstan. This is a job for real men. Keeping an eye on the copper melting in a furnace requires certain skills and knowledge. A person has to work with liquid metal. Compliance with safety measures is at the forefront here, because the slightest hit on molten copper can provoke an explosion of enormous power. An induction furnace with a capacity of 25,000 tons runs on electricity. This ultra-modern equipment is the innovation and uniqueness of this enterprise. After the molten copper has turned into a rod, it is sent to the cable workshop, where it turns into wire, which in the future will become the basis for tens of kilometers of cables. After the copper rod becomes wire, it goes to the cable production plant. Here, you see this manufacturing unit? In professional language, it is called bundle. Copper wire, or as experts say, central core, is wound around it. The weight of this commodity segment is 1,001 kilograms. Then this wire goes for processing for the future cable. Let's go and have a look. At this production stage, the electrical core is covered with a mica tape. Mica is a natural mineral of volcanic origin with a porous structure. This porous structure is resistant to fire. It is applied to the cable to protect it from fire. Having a mica coating, the cable will not catch fire, even if it is exposed to open contact with fire for 3 hours. Depending on the purpose of the cable, the rod turns into a wire of the required diameter. This core is twisted in a special way so it does not heat up during the electricity transmission. After the core is twisted, it is covered with a special plastic compound that protects it, that is, insulates. One such insulation with an average operating mode can insulate up to 5 kilometers of wire per shift. But if the cross-section of the wire is reduced, then the production capacity of this equipment can increase to 300 meters per minute. An automated system analyzes the technical requirements, and according to them, the production line produces the cable of the required length and diameter. Our plant produces cable with great operating efficiency. High throughput, it is environmentally friendly, and most importantly, it is safe for humans, because 70 or 80% of all fires start with wiring. Cables produced in Kazakhstan fully meet the highest requirements. They are almost completely protected from damage, they reduce energy loss to zero, have an unlimited service life, and are very easy to install. After all this complicated technological process, tens of kilometers of high-quality cable under the brand Made in Kazakhstan are supplied to domestic market of Kazakhstan and exported to Russia, the countries of the Persian Gulf, and China. 6 years ago, there was only one large wasteland. Today, there are 23 kilometers of roads and streets, 8 kilometers of power lines, gas and water supply systems, and even a railway line. In general, the Industrial Zone of Almaty is like a city within a city, which shows that modern Kazakhstan is capable of solving complex economic tasks aimed at the development and prosperity of the entire country. It was the Made in Kazakhstan project. My name is Anton Fedorov, And I'll see you in the next episode.